Kung feeling mo wala ng pag-asa ang marriage mo dahil sa paulit-ulit na away at emotional distance, and no matter what you do, wala pa rin nangyayari, but you still care, you still value your marriage, then this video is for you. Nandito ako para sabihin sa'yo na it is not just about him, and it is not your fault. In this video, I'm gonna share with you the real reason, ang talagang dahilan kung bakit palagi at paulit-ulit ang patterns ng inyong pag-aaway. Hindi ito dahil sa communication, hindi ito dahil sa kakulangan ng effort mo, at lalong hindi ito dahil sa kung ano ang ginagawa o hindi ginagawa ng husband mo. Lahat ng sinishare ko dito ay base sa sarili kong experience as a wife for more than 20 years. Pero hindi lang yun. Over the years, I spent time really understanding patterns behind relationships. At yung paulit-ulit na away, misunderstanding, yung feeling na walang nangyayaring pagbabago, iisang pattern lang ang pinagmumula niyan. At yun ang pag-uusapan natin dito sa video na to. Because I've been there. Noon palagi kami nag-aaway, may emotional distance, at feeling ko hindi ako mahalaga sa kanya. Madalas yun. But when I started understanding how my mind and nervous system work, doon nag-umpisang magbago ang lahat. Now, I feel safe being with him. I can express myself freely sa kanya. I feel loved and deeply valued, and we are deeply connected. Marriage is not just about being together kapag masaya, kapag okay ang lahat, kapag na-achieve ninyo ang goals ninyo. It's about how you show up, lalo na kung meron kayong misunderstanding or arguments. Kasi ang totoo, hindi naman nawawala ang disagreements. But kapag kayong mag-asawa ay disconnected, magsasuffer or mag-struggle ka talaga kapag hindi mo ito na-resolve agad. Because it builds momentum, parang snowball effect. Until you slowly become strangers, or worse, parang kalaban na ninyo ang isa't isa. Because of one thing, disconnection. Yes, disconnection. Yan ang talagang dahilan kung palagi at paulit-ulit ang inyong pag-aaway. And disconnected marriage cannot be resolved by listening to service level advice, mga tipong ayusin niyo yung dalawa, dapat kayong dalawa ang mag-ayos niyan. Walang makapagbibigay ng solusyon dyan, kundi kayong dalawa lang. Hindi nawawala ang disconnection dahil kulang kayo sa communication or dahil kulang ka sa effort. Kahit anong gawin mo ngayon, kung pareho pa rin ang approach mo, paulit-ulit lang din ang magiging resulta. Because you are reinforcing the same pattern nang hindi mo napapansin. And that's why walang nangyayari kahit ilang beses pa kayong pabalik-balik sa marriage counseling dahil kayo ang involved na dalawa. So, may pag-asa ba bang mabalik ang connection? At paano mababalik ang connection? Ang connection pwede siyang ma-rebuild kung may isang mag-shift or mag-step up. Hindi ang ibig sabihin nito ay ikaw lang ang may responsibility. But ito ang totoo. When one person changes how they show up, doon nagsisimulang bumalik ang connection. And unti-unting nire-restore ang deep connection at fulfillment sa inyong relationship. Dahil yung isa na yun ang mag-aangat sa partner niya. And ikaw as the feminine side of the relationship, mas powerful ito kung sa'yo ito magmumula. Dahil tayong mga babae ay mas aware sa emotional state ng relationship. At dahil ang feminine ang nagdadala ng emotional direction ng relationship. Kung lalalim o unti-unting mawawala ang connection nyo. In short, gusto ko lang sabihin na feminine energy doesn't control the relationship. It influences and elevates it. Kaya bilang feminine side ng relationship, you are powerless kung hindi mo ginagamit ang iyong feminine power to shift your marriage from disconnection to a deeply connected relationship. Your marriage doesn't need more doing. It needs more being. What do I mean? Your marriage needs presence. Presence that is rooted inside of you, from within. You go inward and work on yourself, not pointing at your husband. It's about time to listen to your heart and stop listening to the outside voices na nagsasabi, kailangan ito gawin mo, ito ang gawin mo, ito ang gawin mo. Ganyan. Why go inward? Because when you go inward, you start listening to the heart of your heart. I mean to the very bottom of your heart. And there you will find that there is one answer. Ano yun? Love. Any relationship that is not bounded by love will eventually lose that bond. And if you choose to stay without love, you will struggle, you'll get sick, you will suffer for the rest of your life until, of course, you eventually decide to leave. When you don't have a loving relationship with your partner, deep connection is really impossible to achieve. Love is the only power you need to activate in order to reconnect. Sabi nga ni Rumi, yung ancient philosopher, actually this is my favorite quote, love is the bridge between you and everything. Love is the bridge between you and everything. By the way, love is not a verb. It is actually a noun, meaning you are that. You are love. Love is not what you do. Love is who you are. Now, kung ikaw ay love, what do you do? Kung ikaw ay love, you see things always from the place of love. You see your partner from the place of love. You don't see him from the place of criticism. Love does not hate. Love forgives. Love builds and protects. Love connects and bonds. When you are loved, you don't see things from a lens of anger and hatred. And hatred will not allow you to see anything good in a person or in your partner. Well, alam ko it is easier said than done. Lalo na kung ikaw ay nasasaktan, no? When you are hurting, it's so hard to say, I love you, right? It's so hard to feel and show him that you love him, right? But sabi ko nga sa'yo kanina, there is no other way to rebuild the connection but love. Love is the only way. Here's the 2 things I recommend you do. Number 1, sit in silence. Give yourself a quiet place. Kung hindi kaya sa bahay, you go outside. Spend some time alone and then ask yourself, if I am loved, ano ba ang kailangan kong gawin? Your heart will guide you. I promise you. Listen to your heart and not your mind because your mind is naka-default yan sa negative. Step 2, start journaling. As soon as you wake up, write a journal. Start writing the positive traits of your husband, the things you love about him. Journaling is a very powerful tool na hindi ginagamit ng karamihan. Dahil kapag ikaw ay nagsusulat ng mga positive things or beautiful things, especially about yourself, your partner, and your relationship, nag-i-stick yan sa iyong subconscious mind. And subconscious mind ay dyan lahat nakastore ang ating mga beliefs. And our beliefs create our reality. Kaya start writing about beautiful things, the things that you are grateful for every single day, right after you wake up, habang nasa alpha state pa ang iyong brain waves. Ibig sabihin ng alpha state, nasa relaxed mode pa ang iyong brain. So, hindi pa siya magulo. This journaling will help you, I promise you, in changing your focus about yourself, about your husband, and about your relationship. Start with the word, thank you that, yun. For example, thank you that I am still here, awake and alive. Thank you that my husband is still here with me, though meron kaming disagreement. Write at least 10 things about your husband that you are grateful for. Do this for the next 7 days and then another 7 days and then add another 7 days hanggang maka 21 days ka ng sunod-sunod. Sinabi ko lang na 7 days in chunk para mas achievable for you. Do not skip the journaling dahil this will really help you shift your focus about your marriage. When you focus your mind sa kung ano ang mali niya, kung ano yung hindi niya ginagawa, at kung ano-ano pa, you are seeing him from the place of criticism. Kung saan nakafocus ang attention mo, doon umiikot ang experience mo sa relationship. Because what you focus on expands, it compounds, it multiplies. That's why if you focus on problems, mga kakulangan ng husband mo, your reticular activating system or RAS gets activated. Kaya kapag nag-away kayo, lahat ng negative o tingin mong pagkakamali ng partner mo, paulit-ulit mong sinasabi dahil yun ang binibigay sa'yo ng mind mo. Dahil doon ka nakafocus. Kung ano kasi ang pinili mong bigyan ng focus or attention, iyon ang magko-compound. Dadami siya. So, kung nakafocus ka sa pagkukulang ng partner mo, mga mali niya, mga hindi niya ginagawa, yun at yun ang ipapakita ng mind mo sa'yo. Parang sinasabi ng brain mo, hanap pa tayo ng ebidensya. And your mind will keep you prove na tama ka. For example, lagi mong iniisip na gusto mo ng red car. Mapapansin mo bigla ang daming red car sa kalsada, di ba? Hindi dahil dumadami sila, kundi dahil doon nakafocus ang attention mo. Ganun din sa marriage. Kaya yung journaling is a very effective tool na makakatulong sa'yo para ma-shift mo yung focus mo, para ma-rebuild ulit ang connection mo sa marriage mo. Hindi mo kailangang kontrolin siya, but you can shift how you see things and how you show up. Because when you change your focus, nag-iiba ang response mo. And when your response changes, the dynamic starts to shift. At yung gratitude journaling mo every day sa umaga, remember, right after you wake up, that is your tool. Use that to help you shift your focus. You change your focus, you change your energy, and you change the energy of your marriage. We are not just human bodies, we are energy beings. We vibrate at a certain level of frequency based on what we focus on. And what we focus on expands, it compounds. That's how powerful you are. When you turn inward and work on yourself and not counting kung ano ang mali sa relasyon niyo. Just focus on yourself. Stop reacting, stop correcting him, just be love. Hindi mo kailangan baguhin ang husband mo para magbago ang marriage experience mo. You change the dynamic by shifting the emotional state and the energy you bring into the relationship. Because when you change how you show up, you change what you experience in your marriage. And finally, hindi na kayo parang roommates. Hindi na kayo takot mag-usap. You feel chosen again. Hindi na kayo paulit-ulit nag-aaway. You feel safe being with him. You feel deeply connected again. Hindi mo na kailangang maghabol ng love because you feel it every day. Yes, this is possible. Kahit ngayon, feeling mo wala ng pag-asa. And if you're ready for deeper guidance, if you want to learn how to become the embodiment of this energy of love and respond to your husband more calmly, more lovingly, and more naturally without overthinking it, I invite you to join my beta program. This is for women who are ready to stop the cycle of disconnection and finally start creating a peaceful, connected, and fulfilling marriage from within. The link is in the description box below. I-click mo lang yan to apply to join. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.